Hey folks, I just wanted to let you know that the final problem portfolio and associated information is up. If you look on the page, you should see it on the left underneath the weekly content link. If you go in there, there's an introduction to the kind of idea of the portfolio. Essentially, the portfolio is going to consist of 6 problems. And for those 6 problems, you can submit one draft of each of them. So when you've decided that you're happy with a problem, a challenge problem this is, and the challenge problem is essentially complete and you're ready to get some feedback, write it up and upload it into the one of those 6 spots that I created, problem 1 through 6, and then I'll give you some feedback, and then you can make adjustments for the final version of the problem for the portfolio. But there's only 1 submission per challenge problem, and only 6 challenge problems each. So make sure it's in a pretty final form before you submit the draft. I also put a rubric on the page there so you can see how it's going to be evaluated. But essentially, they're very similar to the way we've been writing up challenge problems or lecture problems. I'm looking for a coherent solution with reflection built into it. So as you describe the solution of the problem, you're also describing how you got to it. There's a page length, I think it was 4 pages per challenge problem. So it doesn't have to be a lengthy kind of reflection, but that reflection, just build it in, integrate it with your problem solution. And then at the end for each problem, you should briefly talk about the review phase, the looking back phase. What generalizations of the problem can you think might be interesting? What other ways of approaching the problem or solving the problem are there? Maybe you took some wrong turns at the time that looking back are going to give you new ideas or new directions to follow. So there's lots of suggestions of that, of the review and the looking back process in both Polya and our text from Mason, Burton and Stacey. So have a look at those. But essentially your write-ups should be a formal statement of your achievements and a description of how you got there with that looking back phase. They should be typewritten and, as I said, limited to 4 pages per problem, single spaced. So if it's 5 pages, I'm not going to be terribly fussed. Just don't make them 12 pages each. The other thing is the drafts should be submitted by Monday, December 2nd to get feedback or to get points for the draft. If you look at the problem portfolio's rubric, you'll see that there are points on each problem for the draft of that problem. And if you click on the problem assignment link in Blackboard, it'll take you to the usual place. And you can click view rubric and see sort of the grading criteria on that. If you have any questions, please just drop me a line. I'm happy to help. Come to office hours or just email me, is probably easier. The drafts are due by December 2nd, and then the final version of all the problems is due December 9th, which is essentially the last day of the course when everything's due. I think there's a final portfolio presentation or a final presentation due that day where essentially you'll present the single challenge problem that you're most excited about having solved this semester. So I hope things are going well. I apologize that I am a bit behind grading right now. You've probably noticed. I hope to catch up over the next few days. So let me know if there's anything I can do for you, and start thinking about writing those problems, those challenge problems up. Because as you've probably noticed this week, a big part of what we're going to do for the rest of the semester is work on challenge problems, completing the challenge problems. There's going to be no more lecture homework. There's going to be reading each week and then work on the challenge problems. So give me a shout if I can help. Hope you're having a wonderful week so far.